He's a friendly cat. He just isn't very experienced because he's a young guy.
I'll do your mama thing here, see if that helps.
Our next guest is Torrie.
Oh, you're so cute.
And Torrie is a very petite little black and white cat with longish fur. And I'm checking on her age for you. We have estimated that she is 2 years old, and she's really tiny. I don't know if you can tell from her sitting on Randy's lap, but in Frederick we have a wild cat population that ranges anywhere from 6-pound adults all the way to like 12 and 13-pound adults. So there's quite the range of sizes, and because she's 2 and this little, she's always going to be tiny. And sometimes people like long-haired cats because they are not as common as the short-haired cats, something different. But something that you should definitely know about that is that you'll have to get her used to being brushed. She likes it now when the volunteers offer it, and she doesn't have any mats or anything like that, so she takes good care of her fur. But sometimes people worry that a long-haired cat will shed more than a short-haired cat, and as I've said many times, it's not true. They all shed depending on their diet, the photo period during the day, how much they're brushed, and it has nothing to do with whether they have long or short hair. So this little girl is going to make somebody a very nice companion. And she was a little nervous when she came in here, afraid to come out of her box, but Randy said when he took her out of her cage to begin with, she was really happy to jump out. So sometimes we underestimate how important it is for tiny animals like this to know that they're safe. And when you take a cat from a cage where she's been fed and has toys and blankets and affection from staff and volunteers and bring her into a strange room that's echoey with strange people and new lights, you can definitely expect her to be a little worried about what's going to happen here. And especially for cats who have come to the shelter, because we often get cats who may have never been in a carrier except to go to the vet or the day they came here. So it can be a little overwhelming for them to be placed in a carrier, brought to a different room, because at other times when that occurred, it was a pretty shocking outcome. So I really appreciate all the cats that do let us bring them out to Randy's lap for the TV show, because we may think of it as not a big deal at all. She's massaging Randy's legs with her nails. It is very affectionate when cats do that on you, but of course, because she has her toenails, it hurts a little bit. But I really do appreciate all the cats that let us bring them onto the TV show, because for us, it's not a big deal to go to some office and sit in some comfortable chair and talk to people. But for tiny animals that have the risk of being eaten by larger animals, the world is a really different place. So the cats that let us totally disrupt their morning routine and bring them in here to meet you are really doing a brave thing, braver than you might think. So I think that she's going to make someone a lovely companion, and if you think you know someone who might like her, then you can share her Pet Finder profile or encourage them to come to the shelter and meet her.